almost time now to actually open up some files and look at some different modes for viewing your documents. So if you're following along with me, you have a new blank document, we'll leave that there and go directly to the File tab. And if you have the exercise files, click Open, select Browse. That allows us to go browsing all locations, whether they be online or locally on our hard drive. As you can see on my desktop, I have my exercise files folder and I'm in the Chapter 1 folder. You can go there too if you have these files. And let's start with the Best of Landon Hotel Guide. We'll select it and click Open. So this document opens up, and as we scroll down, you can use your wheel mouse or the scroll bar. You can see it's multiple pages, and in fact, if we look at the bottom left-hand corner, 7 pages in all. So we can continue to view the document scrolling this way, getting a feel for the layout of the document, the formatting, etc. If you're more interested in just reading the document, you can switch modes. Let's start by going to the View tab. You'll notice up here in the Views section, we have a number of different options like Read Mode. Give that a click. Now in Read Mode, you're not actually editing your document. You're just looking at it, and you're probably looking at it in a different way. Notice down in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm zoomed in at 140%. Now you may see something different. It all depends on what you used last. Notice also that there's no scroll bar to scroll up and down. Instead, we're going to be moving left to right. So we have a button on the left for navigating and a button on the right. You'll also notice the number of pages has jumped, in my case, to 21, zoomed in at 140%. As we click that navigation button, we're going to move from left to right through the content. Not concerned with the layout, but just reading and viewing the content. So it's a totally different mode. Now, if you wanted to, you could go up to the View menu. Notice there's no ribbon across the top, but from the View menu, we can go down to Layout and see that we're actually using something called Column Layout. Better suited for reading, but we can switch to Paper Layout if you prefer that traditional view and using a scroll bar to scroll vertically through the document. So it's very similar to Print Layout, except that we can't go in here and start editing. If you want to, you would go back to the View menu and choose Edit Document. That switches you back to Print Layout. Or if you prefer, go down to the bottom right-hand corner and you'll see that Print Layout mode can be selected from here as well. Give it a click. All right, let's go up to File. To close a document, we simply select Close from Backstage View. If you have made changes to your document, you'll be prompted to save them. If you didn't, like we didn't, it simply closes up the file, takes you to any other open files where you left off. In this case, our new blank document. Let's go up to File and go down to Open. And we'll open up a different document by selecting Browse and navigating to the Chapter 1 folder of your exercise files. There's a press release there. Give it a click and open it up. All right, so this is a different kind of looking document, mainly text. This would be a good candidate for read mode if we wanted to switch to read mode. Let's give it a click from down here this time. And you can see we're still in that same layout that we were using when we were looking at the previous document. But let's go up to View, go down to Layout, and change it over to Column Layout. And now you can see browsing through this document. Because we're zoomed in, it's much easier to see and read, and we're not so concerned with the layout and the formatting. There's the end of the document there. All right, let's switch back to Print Layout by selecting that button down here in the bottom right corner. And we'll scroll all the way back up to the top. And when you're ready to close this file up, click File and Close. Back to your new blank document, we can close that up as well. Click File and Close there. And you can see now we're left with nothing. So we're ready to start working on documents as we continue into the next movie.